Hello and welcome to the video that's long on purpose. That is to say, welcome back to Phantasy Star 4. There's a lot I wanted to get done in this video, so this is the longest running one I've produced so far. Anyway, to Rycross. Come on, Chaz, you don't need to sweat over this. Ren knows what he's doing. Oh. Well, that's novel. Pretty convenient that they have a spaceport capable of accepting the Landau. Well, normally. Nowadays it's 3 minus 1. So out with it, Ancient Overseer! Oh, this is gonna be one of those test things. Well, okay, they don't want anybody, well, just anybody to wander off with the secrets of Rycross, I guess. The reason that I didn't talk too much during that scene is because that's probably one of my favorite tracks in the Phantasy Star series, the one where you talk to Leyroof of Rycross. But anyway, because I had to go back to Desolus to get the Laconian equipment before I did the final Hunter mission, I had to do a little bit of trick recording to get everything to flow the way I wanted it to. So basically, everything before I leave the Silence Temple for the first time was recorded before I did Valhall Fort and the final Hunter mission. And everything after I leave the Silence Temple for the first time was recorded after I'd completed that side quest. Anyway, I'm actually going to be walking everywhere I go on Rycross because the enemies on foot are the same as the enemies you fight in vehicles. So there's no point to show off any vehicle-specific enemies that might be wandering around because there are none. Also, more towers. So, this is the first one I'll be taking on, the Strength Tower. There's a ton of good treasure to be found in all the towers of Rycross. However, there are only like 4 locations on the planet, so I guess they couldn't have spread the treasure out. So these enemies actually have a unique property this time, later right and hack and left can actually combine now that they've shown up in the same encounters. Yeah, the thing about Rycross is that while some of the fights are much tougher than anything you've faced before, as far as random encounters go, they actually give generally worse experience than the encounters in Valhalla for it. These guys are jerks. They can cast a misspelled but same-sounding version of Tandle, which does very, very random damage. I'm going to have some issues fighting those things later. The Guard Rod. Probably one of the best battle use items in the game. I'm not going to equip anyone with it, because when used as an item, the Guard Rod restores 60 hit points to every party member, except for androids. There are 2 Guard Claws to be found in Rycross, but I'm only going to equip one of them because it's only a loss of 1 defense, and having Destruct added to my attacks is far more useful than the extra raw damage. We won't be seeing its benefits immediately, but we will once we reach the final dungeon. Yeah, taking on both towers and all of the aftermath is really the only way I could have seen to do all this smoothly. Oh yeah, Illusionist. Sorcerer type, cast Corrosion. Nasty jerk. Insta-death him. Yeah, I equipped the Guard Sword off camera. But really, doing it this way is what really just felt right to me. Oh. Oh dear. Okay, Davars is definitely the harder of the 2 Guardians of Rycross that you face. The Guardians are fairly tough. They don't really have any weaknesses. They have some pretty high resistances, so FS is actually useless against them. And 99% of the time, Davars will use that attack. I've seen it use its normal attack maybe twice in all of the times I've played through Phantasy Star 4. So because I can't bring Rika into offense as often as I could against other bosses, this fight will actually take a good while. I think it takes longer than my fight with Dark Force 3. Though my requisite technique point bleeding is kind of staunched a bit by the Guard Rod. He only has 1 attack, but he uses it all the time. I think that out of all of the playthroughs I've done of this game, I think it it's actually Davars who has given me the most trouble as a boss. Because he just cannot or does not ever let up with the all attacks. I've burned Stardews facing this guy. Of course, that was before I knew about the properties of the Guard Rod. Yeah, another problem with the Guardians of Rykros is that Ren does not have many abilities that are actually useful against them. His normal attack does more damage than Flare at this point. And Bolt is the only one of his abilities that does decent damage. They're definitely immune to Burst Rock, from what I remember. Or, you know, it's just not worth using. Still, though, even at this point in the game, I'm glad that there are bosses roaming around that can still hurt you. Oh yeah, that doesn't work either. Oops. Yeah, I was trying Nagrod just to, you know, try something different and see if that did anything. I guess not. Oh well, not much I could do about that. Okay, Davars is down, and the prize for beating these bosses is pretty huge. The ring items are the ultimate accessory. They replace anything, you know, in your helmet slot or whatever. The Palma ring goes to Ren, because he was built in the ancient civilization. The Mota ring goes to Rika, because she was born on Matavia. And the Dezo ring goes to Rune, because that's where he set up the Esper Mansion. The rings not only give defense boosts, but they also give some general stat boosts. I think I'll actually look that up and post it in the bonus just to show you how strong the ring items actually are. So anyway, top up at the Silence Temple. And then I fumble around looking in the entirely wrong place for the next tower. For some reason I thought it was north, but it's obviously not the case. I ran away from a couple of encounters, no reason to fight stuff I didn't need to. Or didn't want to, anyway. Yeah, these are basically the biological versions of the Dominators from Valhall Fort. 1,000 hit points. Can put the hurt on you, but they're susceptible to instant death. You can't fool me, game. I know how to look for a treasure. I've been playing JRPGs since the original Dragon Warrior. You can't fool me. So Blood Sabers can use Air Slash. glass cannons, and I think they drop Genocyber claws. That is, I'm told that they do, but it's never happened for me. Though, see my previous luck with that sort of thing in Phantasy Star 4. Can't do combination attacks, can't get the rare drops. Except for the Shadow Sword, which is a terrible weapon. I do not suffer witches to live. I think they're just a version of Tech Masters or whatever. Bye-bye. More dues! The game is trying to tell me something, I'm sure. This is where the random encounters really start coming out. This is what happens if Hack and Left and Blade or Right actually are allowed to combine. I don't think I ever actually let them attack in this playthrough. Well, suits me just fine. Ah, boy. Yeah, I fought 3 of those wizard guys, and my instant death techniques missed, and they used Tandle a lot. I'm just gonna do the do. I can't say I'm fond of the soundtrack they used for the tower dungeons in Rycross. Because... let's see, how do I put this? There we go. It doesn't seem like we're on the cusp of a final confrontation with the source of all darkness in Algo. I mean, it sounds like the kind of thing you'd have in a real gimmick dungeon. So, guard mail and guard armor. Guard mail is the ultimate armor for Chaz. And guard armor is the ultimate armor for Ren. This doesn't make me less glad that I stopped by to pick up all the stuff in Valhall for it, though. Ooh, guard robe. Rune needs the defense. So many similar sounding names. Now hold on, I'm just gonna throw a bunch of my junk here. Though I appreciate limiting the inventory space in some way. I do kinda wish there was just a bit more. Because I've run into the limit how many times? Yeah, I'm not worried about using things like Stardew because, again, I can actually buy those now. I don't think that I will, but... well, we'll just see how things go. Got so many encounters. It was clear sailing just a little while ago. Oh. Hi there? Oh, note, by the way, that we were standing directly in between the 2 beams, so we wouldn't have gotten hurt despite the fact that it looked like we might have. Okay, so Saw Lose actually has the potential to be a nastier fight than Devar's. However, because it has so many more attacks, it's actually rather unlikely for this boss to live up to its deadliness potential. I also accidentally used Legion on the way up here. Oops. Yeah, a different one of Saw Luse's spheres will activate depending on which of its special skills it'll use. However, because this boss has a fairly weak single attack ability that it uses every so often, Rika can be brought into the offense. Which makes this a generally easier boss than Devar's was. Plus, we also have the benefit of the rings we picked up. I think that Saw Lose has generally lower defense anyway. Yeah, that's the attack that can be a problem. I can't imagine how much damage that would do without barrier up. But because this boss lets up every so often, I'm not too afraid of it. Sometimes it'll use Legion twice in a row. I don't know how these things work. Wait, that wasn't twice in a row. I had the button on skills. I need to pay more attention to what I'm actually watching. I'm glad I had my slip now rather than when I was actually playing the game. Anyways, that's it for Saw Lose. Level is gained. Treasure get. Okay, the Rycross ring I'll have to explain later, but it's not for any of our characters. The Algo ring, however, goes to Chaz. Because, well, he's champion of the Algo system and all that blah blah blah. And now we've passed that stupid test, let's talk to LaRoof and get some answers. Now might be a good time to recall the opening passage in the pre-title intro for Phantasy Star 4. The long struggle of ancient times came to an end. The victor sacrificed the enemy to the heavens. That is, the great light shoved the profound darkness into another dimension. 4 bells were tolled. 4 torches were lit. The 4 bodies of the Algo system. I keep saying, when do seals ever work? Thank you, Chaz! Oh dear. Yep. Raja was right, the system is under a curse. I was about to say, that's us, right? You were made to be a padlock. Who do you think we are? Damn, what? Oh, there we go. And Rune over there's like, Chaz, don't blow it. Though I will be granting Chaz that point. The Great Light is kinda being a bit negligent here. Actually, it has everything to do with you. Naturally, Rune has a solution for this too. Lutz must really have had a lot of experience with this. I guess he might have known other people who have had their own what am I fighting for moments. So, back to the Esper Mansion. Read a newspaper or something. We solved that problem. Also, watch me fail to navigate again. No wonder I play action games for the camera most of the time. Look, old man, I got this. Okay, this is the second spot where you can actually use the mumble command. Yeah, another thing is that there were enemies in this cave in the Japanese version that were like ghostly naked women that were obviously cut from the English release, and that's just fine with me. Anyway, yeah, there we go. Okay. Alice Landau and Dark Force 1. Mao, Odin, Lutz. Rudo, Josh, Amy, Sheer, Anna, Hugo. The Death of Nay, The Anger of Rolf. And Alice is here too. This is the last battle. Everyone's coming. Alcidion is auto-equipped, by the way. This entire game is about disasters and emergencies. Right. Raja is on our side. We can no longer lose. Right. The 5th ring, the Rycross ring, goes to whoever you choose to be in the 5th slot of your party. For the actual story video, I'm going to take Raja because it won't take that long to get prepped for the final boss fight. But I think that what I'll do is eventually create bonus videos of me beating the final boss with every 5th slot character. Oh, no. Coming up on the final story video of Phantasy Star 4, the final dungeon, and the fight against the profound darkness. See you then. Bye.